Hello, hello. Let's pop the Twitch chat. Why am I not seeing the chat? Followers, I want to see the pop-up chat. There you go. Let's close WhatsApp just to be sure. What is this? Notion. Let's close Notion. Okay. All right, now let's put YouTube there. Bear with me. Hello Vishal, how you doing, man? Hopefully everything is going well. Let's put that there. Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't need to write into both chats, so that should be fine. All right, let's continue. Which, by the way, I'm gonna show you guys a preview. That way I can also put here the browser where I'm gonna be putting the web page for today's stream. Damn it, I should have a log out button. This Odin, by the way, this is done with Odin. So if I go into local storage or cookies, wait, hold on. This should be stored somewhere. Session storage. Oh, hold on. Wait, I could have sworn I had this stored somewhere. Or maybe I didn't. So here's the login, but I'm almost certain that I was storing this. Okay, I gotta work on that. Anyway, this is done with Odin. I still need to polish it to make it nice. Like this UI is not that nice, but this is supposed to be coffees. So I'm making the API on Odin. Here I'm using AI to create some of the front end, but the back end is very similar to Go. Wait, what did I close? There you go. So I have middlewares, setting up the server, setting up the database. I even have migrations. Then I have my routes, my coffee routes, user routes. I have the DB stores. Where are my stores? Oh, there you go, here. So the coffee store, the user store, very similar to Go. And then very similar to the way that I have my Golang project. Services, users, routes. Here I have the structs. Here I set up the routes. And then these are helpers. So generate token and validate token. I could probably put this on like helper files. I can do that. Well, for now I can put it all the way at the bottom. Then validate token. This is also a helper. Wait, yeah, that's already at the end. Okay. Get all users. Yep. Looks good. As you can see here, the highlighting is not as good, but in Windsurf or VS Code or Cursor, whatever, it actually works well. But anyway, looks ugly, so I need to polish this. But anyway, that's what's coming very soon. I'm gonna do a YouTube video on a full stack app with React and Node in, cause it's like Go but with C or ROS speed. So I don't know what can be cooler than that. Okay, but now let's get to the streams topic, which is Go and React. So actually, I may need to do. All right, so no Docker is running. Let's go to the server. So I'm gonna do Docker compose up. So I can run this on the background, but I'll just leave it there. Then I can do air. So I have no migrations. That's good. Oh, hold on. Let me get rid of this. What is this? Oh, I'll use this for reference. Why not? I'll leave that open. Okay. Let's go to the client. And let me show you guys the client, or rather the application. This whole front end, I just started with this web app. And it's funny because I'm not using Tailwind here, but I want to start adding Tailwind, because right now it's using CSS. There's nothing wrong with that. Actually, I don't know. I may use CSS. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But what I will say, so I want to start with the login logout. I want to use. I'll do something simple. JWT. We'll start with that. So what I'm going to do is the following. I'm going to go into the client, and here I will use AI to create the login method. I mean the login page. But all the backend, I'll do it myself. I just want to check something on Discord, see if anyone is there. So it's working perfect. Okay, so let's carry on. Okay, let's get rid of that. Now I'm using Vite here. I'm thinking. If I should later change to Next.js. I may want to do that. Damn it. I may need to do that since this is gonna be an e-commerce website. I don't want to start this from scratch, but I may have to. So the good thing is that we have AI, and the good thing also is that a lot of the backend is already implemented. I won't delete this because I don't want to delete it yet, but I may need to start at Next.js. So let's do that quickly. And actually, yeah, before I trigger AI commands, let's get rid of that. Let's leave the backend running. Okay, so it's gonna be Vite. Let's see the Next.js installation and npx. All right. Which is linter. Well, it's nice that Next.js comes with a Tailwind setup already. Tailwind setup is always changing, so today that I was trying to set up Tailwind on the Vite project, it was a little bit annoying, so there's that. Hello, Sashin, AK. Hey, are you doing auth with Clerk? I'm doing a project with Golang, PGX, and Echo. And I am on my way to add Clerk for auth. What is your auth setup like? So I'm rolling my own authentication for now. I will use another auth provider at some point, but no, I'm not going to use auth clerk. But so auth clerk essentially is, yeah, it's just another provider. So you use the API keys, you send the data to clerk, and that should be it. It shouldn't be, and they provide the UI for you if you want to use their UI. So it shouldn't be that complex. I believe, I'm not sure about this, but you can either use their UI and then through their UI they capture the user's data, or you can use the backend and send that data to their API. Are you going to use custom JWT? Yes, I prefer that, especially right now that's an MVP. So I'm going to be doing that today. Right now, actually. Okay, so that's there. So we have the client, which now it's Next.js because I need Next.js because I need SEO. So this is going to be my home page. Then I'm going to create my auth, which this will have my login, and this will have my sign up. So these two are my I forgot to actually, instead of deleting, let me do this. Sign up and then cut, paste, and then rename sign up. Sorry, rename to page.tsx. There you go. Okay. Alright, let's also start. Well, actually, I want to do some layout. Let's add components folder here. We're gonna have some UI components from Chatien, or some lib utils. What else? Let's add the site nav in here. These are layout components, so I can go into my feed project components sidebar. There you go. Oh my god, copy these. There you go. So now I can go. All right, let's close that. Let's close that. Sidebar.tsx. Let's make that. Well, if I want a function that checks authentication. Actually, let me see. What did I do on this project? Did I export it? No, it was just export function. Okay. I always forget the Next.js. I'll check right now. Gotcha. Are you gonna custom JT? Cool. Is this a monorepo? This is not a monorepo, and my decision to not make it a monorepo is that if one day I decide to change the front end, it'll be as easy as plug and play. Meaning that, yeah, if I want to change React to something else, I'm not going to deal with the whole pain of having to, I don't know, make sure that it'll well, actually, it shouldn't matter if it's in a monorepo regardless, but no, it's not a mono repo. I almost always create two repos. So I create a client repo and a server repo. So that's what I'm gonna go with for now. Let's import. Actually, you know what? I'm going to defer this to the AI and I'm going to focus on the backend stuff. Let's do that. I want you to create, actually before I continue, okay, so I have the sidebar, the top bar. Okay, let me create the top bar. Components, layout, sidebar, top bar, top bar. Yeah, and for sake of consistency, export. Oh, because I'm missing here the imports, that's why it's complete. Okay, I'll come back to that. Okay, these are all Lucid React, that's fine. Okay, now I want to put, where's my homepage? Okay, let's get rid of all of this. Okay. Set the dashboard, okay. Increase font size, bro. Hey, Devdra-san. Okay, let me do that. Okay, how about that? I will then have to do that. But that's fine. Fair dues, fair dues. Damn it. I may need to open this, but that's fine. Where was I? So I want this set up properly, because sometimes if you don't leave everything like properly set up, the AI can like wander off and doesn't do things properly. So let's do the following. And let me delete that. Let me delete that. Okay, there you go. Dashboard card. Damn it, did I miss the dashboard card? Dashboard. Okay, I did. Okay. Components, items, because not layout. Alright, so now let's do this. Okay. So I have a Figma. Where's this? It's taking a while to load. Okay, so I don't like this plugin, but I'll get rid of this once it's done. Wait, actually let me copy it. There you go. All right. I don't know, 'cause sometimes it asks too much. All right, so let's leave that there. Let's let it do its work. All right. Let's go to the server. Let's do some backend. Meanwhile, that does its magic. And let's get rid of these so I can see the chat. Logging. Okay, so the middleware. Store, get all users. Get user by ID, create user, get user by email. Do I have my sign up? Well, create user. That's a sign up. Sign up user. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's test this. Hey, what's up, Gentle Chameleon? How's everything going? Let's open Postman. Alright, let's delete this. Let's do... Wait, what's the routes? Route API, user store. So localhost dash API dash auth dash API dash v1 dash auth add login. Okay. Okay. Let's test like so. Invalid credentials. Interesting. Users does not exist. Okay. It's good for the log to have this error, because then as the software dev, then you know what's happening, but you don't return that error to the person that's requesting that. So let's sign up. So let's see what are the requirements to sign up. So sign up. Generate from password. No. Okay. First name, last name, email, password. Okay. What the hell? Relation users does not exist. Did I not create the table? Table's there. Unless I did not put the code for the migrations to run automatically. Are you following my architecture in the backend like clean? Or are you following any architecture in the backend like clean, DDD for file structuring? Domain-driven design. I know that there's a very specific way of following domain-driven design. I feel that you can have very convoluted structure like that. I forgot what type of architecture was the one that I followed. It's kind of like hexagonal, and I don't know if it's event driven design, the one that I'm doing, kind of, because it's not like to the T, but I actually have a video about this. Where is this? The last video that I actually recorded and edited and did not do like a live, but this would like stop writing messy APIs. Here I explain my decisions and whatnot. But now that we're here, let me go in this other project, which is another Go and React project. But let me show you the Go part. So I have these services, right? Where in services I have all the entities that I care for. So in this case, for this other application, I have users, reports, groups, games, fields. So for each service, I have the routes and I have the store, which essentially is the file that connects to the database. I pull out the models, so all the models are here. So the game model or struct, whatever you want to call it, but they're all here. So I have the group model and I have the interface. So what behavior is the group store expecting? Like what type of method is the store expecting to have? So the group store will have like add a group, get a group, update a group, delete a group, etc. Like when you talk about games, like what type of behavior does the game store expect? So get all games, create game, etc., etc. So I have the types separated. Now DB, this is not to say that the DB functionality goes here. Actually, the services that connect to DB are here, but this is more so to create a database pool. I'm still debating whether this should go somewhere else. It's only one file, so maybe I should give it a good thought and perhaps put it on the types since it's a model, but the functionality that models have are implemented somewhere else. So I don't know about this. For now, I'll leave it like so. I have migrations. Maybe the migrations, I should move those into the DB. I'm also not sure. Someone suggested that before. But these are all SQL files that the Goose driver automatically executes. So whenever there's a new migration, if it hasn't ran, what I do is that in my main.go, it checks if there's a new migration. If there's a new migration, then it runs that migration. Otherwise, it just keeps serving the code as it normally does. But it's really cool because it runs migrations automatically whenever there's a new migration. I'm currently using this GitHub Golang standard projects layout. Yeah, I mean, if that works for you, go for it. Do you have DTOs? I do, only when they make sense. What does that mean? For example, in fields here, I don't have a DTO, but in games, notice how I have, well, actually not, I guess game payload. Game payload would be one. For example, here, an actual game has all these attributes, but whenever I want to, I guess this create a game, I only care for these attributes. So that's I don't know if that would be like the data transfer object, but some people would say that that could qualify as one. Also, for example, a group response. The group response here has ID, name, but also members, where the members, I don't know why this an int, because it should be, oh yeah, it is an int. Maybe I should put a slice of members, but anyway, this is a number that I get from another table, so this is a DTO, I guess. Let's see what else do I have as DTO. Yeah, I have maybe a user, the register payload, the login user payload, user response. So they're not called DTOs specifically, but I guess you could qualify them as DTOs since they're specifically to transfer data that doesn't necessarily is one-to-one to whatever the database has. So let's carry on with this. Relations, error, relation users doesn't exist. Okay, so we're getting this error whenever I do the sign up. I remember pointing to auth. Did I? Okay, no, there you go, sign up. I'm not getting new logs. Interesting. What was the code to go into the database for Docker? I have it somewhere here. I have it in Obsidian. What about creating base models? What can it be easier to add? Models, type base with struct, UID, JSON type, base created at. Man, I would put that like on a gist or something. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to read. But what is your question? Yeah, I don't get the initial question. 1 second. Do you want to proceed? Yes. Let's see. Claude. I forget the code. So let's see if Claude can give me the code for how to enter the PSQL shell for a Docker Postgres container. I know it's like docker-it and then you refer to a Docker container, but if it gives me the code, okay, let's see. Docker accept, there you go. Let me write this on Obsidian. What is it? Connected Docker Postgres database. All right. And then here, I can go into Docker Compose. Environment. I don't care that you guys see the environment variables since all of this is just dev. For production, I will definitely not have this, so I don't care if you guys see this initially. Med5db. Okay. I wonder if I can do this in a new window. Or does it have to be on the same path? I always forget if it necessarily have to be on the same path. Container name. Oh, hold on. Wait, where's the container name? What's the binary? Med5, okay. Ah, there you go. Oh. Wait, hold on. So there's no command to show all DBs on PSQL shell. Quick question, what's this DB created at? Does this mean that you don't want to add this to the struct? Oh, I see. Base with ID, base with self-delete, base with... I don't know. I think this is like... base with self-delete. Like, I'm guessing... Yeah. if it works for you, use it. Do you do Golang at work? And my second question is, do they make use of this structure? Because if so, then by all means keep on doing so. But there's a lot of optimization that unless your code base is really large, then it's not warranted in my opinion. Like it's, because either way, like sure, it's only one line and you can just copy paste it. But if it, like, I'll agree, this is nicer to write instead of this. I honestly, I wouldn't mind either or. But do what's best for you. What was this command? Oh, -L. Okay, let me write that in Obsidian. Okay. Alright, so there's definitely no table there. So my code is missing that, which is not good because it should have run the migration. But if it's not running the migration, it means that I must have a typo. Migrations. Oh, there's a lot more that I'm missing that I forgot. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's do the full line. Poses a dialect, current error goes to the version. Alright, so essentially I'm missing this. Alright, so instead of copy pasting, I just want to see, say, okay, goose up, connects to the DB, checks the migration directory, and then applies, I'm guessing that under the hood, applies all available migrations, if there's any new ones. New version, got DB version, so if the new version is bigger than the current, then it says new migration. Otherwise, so I guess that new version is not the correct term, but since current, well, no, yeah, it's fine. So yeah, we get the DB version from before implementing a migration, if there's any, and then after. So if they're not the same, means that this new version is actually true, therefore you print. Okay, got it. Alright, so let's do, what is it? If error DV migrations there, and then what was the other thing? There's the Odin code, very similar to, well, in some aspects, very similar to Golang. Anyway. New version error could error up. If error does not equal new. I forget handle. Damn it, I'm gonna close this. Okay. And then we have if new, where's the new version? I need to create it. If new version is bigger than current, then log that print line. Alright, this I'm gonna copy paste because it's just printing and damn it. Okay, let me copy this properly. There you go. There you go. Got to get current version. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. So now, if I restart this, aha. Current migration version 1, no migrations to run, current version 1. Alright, so now this should have, before it's at version 0, see? Version 0, okay, successfully migrated, so it's working now. Awesome. So if I go here now we see users, there you go. Okay, so now I can go here and I can sign up. Okay, successfully signed up the user, perfect. So now, once I sign up, then I should be able to log in. And I got the JDOT, perfect. Okay, so that is working. So let's commit that. Not server. Actually, I don't need this. I can do the commit here. Get commit. Added. There's this method. Users table is created now. Damn, I need a lot of planning though. I only have one table. That's nonsense. But anyways. So the front end AI finished its thing. Let's test that in a bit. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna run this on the back end. I mean, on the background. Yeah, that way I get free space. Okay. Am I not running the front end? Alright, let's. So now it's not going to be feed, it's going to be Next.js. Ooh, partial straight code fail. What? Alright, let's check what happened here. C fold. So I do a fold and there was an extra diff and that's it. What's this? It's not the same. That's so annoying. Where the hell where the hell is the sidebar? Okay. Let's try this again. that. Okay, I mean, while that is working, let's keep on doing some backend stuff. Trying to do a transition between Notion and Obsidian. Kind of want to move all my Notion notes into Obsidian. I don't know. You guys let me know what your thoughts are on that. Notion has been very useful over the course of my use of Notion, but I don't know, Obsidian looks, the fact that it's local, I like that aspect. Just want to bring out the nodes because I need to remember the features that I care for. Oh, there you go. Alright, so I mean, yeah, it's not the best, but it's something. Where did I have my Figma? So wait, what about login? What the hell? Failed to XML UTF-8. What? What the hell? Okay, logo's fine. I don't get where the error could be. Maybe on the SVG. I've seen that before. What? Location? Oh. I see now. I see. Wait, hold on. What is happening right now? I'm gonna have to start from basics, which is very annoying. Alright, I guess I don't have a drop down yet. Alright, so it works. So that is so annoying. How is Claude doing that session? Fine. I wouldn't say bad, but also not good. I mean, decent enough actually. I shouldn't put fine. It was decent. Okay, let's carry on with the backend. Meanwhile, the front end. Do you want to proceed? Yes, you do your thing in the front end. I don't mind. I'll let you work in the front end. Meanwhile, I do backend stuff. Okay, so I have the users. I have to check reports. I have to check not reports but analysis for users. I gotta create an inventory, products, receipts. Yeah. I put yes, and it's on auto edit. I don't get why it keeps asking me for permission. Oh yeah, this is like building, so we'll get some errors. All right, let me get the notes for the features that I need to focus on. Okay. Where did I put the notes? Damn it. All right. Beats me. I don't see this. It should be there, but I don't see it. always write this in notes. I don't know. I don't know why I don't see this on the notes. Wow, okay. Then I'm gonna have to do this right now. Okay. Okay, I have a user database. I need to have most technical levels. What the hell? Close.css. Alright, I'll take that look. I'll take a look at that in a bit. Alright, for the back end, I need to create add secondary tables. So we have an up and a down event. So we're gonna create, this is already created, so I can get rid of that. We are going to create reports. It's gonna have its own ID. It needs to have the user ID. So user ID, which will be a UUID and will not be null. Actually, I don't know if it's create table if not exists. I'll double check on this. ID, user ID. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. This is default stuff. Our report is gonna have 12 attributes. Cholesterol. Varchar, not null. Low density lipoprotein, LDL. No, lipids. Jesus. High density lipids, I guess. Oh, damn it. Every time I save this, it may run. Okay, good. It's not running yet. Okay. Drop till if exists. Reports. Okay. I also want to create a products table. So create table. Sit. Where's the migrations? I guess I don't have to put if not exists, since we already have the check from the goose driver. Create table reports, that's fine. Create table, the drop table reports, drop table products. A product will have its own ID. It's gonna have price of type int, not null. Name. So category, I want to create X amount of categories, so this may be a category ID. So I may create a table, create table, category, ID, same thing, UUID, name of the category. This will be a varchar, not null. This two will always go over here. Miscellaneous stuff. Here we'll put the category ID. That way we don't create a nenum that grows infinitely. We'll just grab it from here. And then later we'll create a DTO that will pull out the product with the category name, not the category ID. But the relation will be here just with the ID. UID, not null. ID price. Actually, we want to make this a string. And the reason that we want to make this a string, it's because there's always problems with doubles. So I've learned to save those as strings, then parse them to doubles, floats, or whatever. So though anyone can jump in and let me know what you guys have done regarding manipulating price and whatnot. Okay, so we have category, products. I need receipts. Receipt. So the receipt will be attached to a purchase. Damn it. Do you want a cart, an order? That's the only thing that I don't like about e-commerce websites. Order ID. It's essentially all of these except for the name. The order will be attached to a user ID. What else? Well, we need to have the items. This will be subject to an order ID. We want an order item relation. So create table order item relation. Well, we will have the order ID. That's funny. UID primary key not null. Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna have, this will be product item product ID. There you go. Wait, why is this complaining? Miscellaneous stuff. All right, so we have the category, well, product, category, order item, receipt that will be attached to an order. I guess this can be more miscellaneous, like email sent, what was an email sent and whatnot. Boolean, there you go. And then this will have total price, which will be a string, because it can be a double, but we'll wait till it's calculated. Order, there you go. Okay. Okay, what else? What else? Category image or product image. This will be an S3 URL. I don't know why this is giving me a linter, but I'm gonna leave it there. Drop table if exists. So what do we have? Category. Should I put categories? Actually no, I'll leave it as category. Create, drop table if it exists. Order item should be order product. Product does sound weird. I may change to item. Items. Order ID. see. This is going to be a combined UUID, perhaps. Actually, I remember having an error, not an error, a headache for doing a combined primary key, meaning you grab both the order ID and the item ID, and the two of those will be a primary key, but for some reason I remember that it was not actually useful at the end of the day. I think when deletions came in place, that's when it got dicey. So I think that was the thinking. Wait, why is this? Item ID, UID. Oh. Okay, I think it's almost done. Same here with the receipt. There's not a primary key. Receipt. Wow, they still give me an error, huh? Oh, okay, I'll check this right now. I didn't notice that. Let's see if that looks better. All right. Let's continue. Receipt, order item. Order category, items, reports. Okay. Let's restart. I have an error. Okay, let's see. Parsing add invalid syntax. Is the name not right? Oh. 002 add secondary table.sql. Let's try that again. Jesus freaking Christ. Okay. Failed to parse migration must start with the directives, meaning or the annotations. So it goes down, that's fine. No, did I? Okay, I could just copy paste this, but did I not realize that? Wait, hold on. Okay, never mind. Let's do. Such a rookie move. Alright, now I gotta see if I did mess up the database. Alright, it works. Yeah. There's only one table. That is good, because it means that I didn't write all these other tables that should have not been written unless I would save this. Okay, so now let's see that. Oh, that's okay. No trigger, no, okay, let's try this now. Oh my god. Cholesterol. Which I may need to alter. Syntax at or near order. Okay, so that's one, and then syntax at or near order. So there's two syntax errors. Okay, at least I know where to look. So I'll start with the commas. I don't see anything. Oh, I need to put references like yeah, since this is, well, let's see what I did, but I'm almost, yeah, UUID references users. Do I want to do cascade? I don't know, but UID not null references. Okay, that's one. If I delete an order, do I want to, if I delete a user ID, do I want to delete an order? No. So on delete cascade, won't happen there. If I delete an order, do I want to delete the order item relation. Yes. I shouldn't delete an order though, but for this purpose, yes. What is it on cascade delete? On delete cascade. Alright, let's start with the references. Item, items, ID. Now, if I delete the item, do I want to get rid of the order? No. No, I don't. Or of the order item. No, I don't. For this purpose, everything on the receipt, I don't want to delete the receipt if any of these are deleted. So we won't put on cascade. So references, order, ID, then this is items, not product ID. Okay. Alright, so there's no product there. Okay. Damn it. I still have a syntax error. It's still near order, near the order table. Let's see. ID, UID, not null default. Let me see if I can catch the syntax error. Reports, so I have the columns right. Items, yeah. Total price varchar. I don't see an error there. And it could be null, which is why I'm not putting not null. The total price. Let's see, what's the error there? If I don't find it, I'm gonna be using AI because this is what AI is good for. Simple stuff that sometimes your eyes are not seeing. So let's see if I can catch it by seeing something else, like maybe syntax, I don't know. I wonder if these okay, was just looking for references. I think I can get rid of the quotes. So here maybe. Wait, where do I have the references? Create index references. Actually, probably not. I'll leave it. I'll leave that like that. damn it, I don't see in order. Total price. That shouldn't be there. Category. Price, varchar not null, that's fine. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna try the AI for this. I'm getting error when trying to run the at. Of course, I need to run CLUD. Yeah, an error when I try to run migrations. I get error near order. Syntax error. Do you want to make an edit to this? Yes. Oh, I see. It was here. All right, so I'm gonna edit that. Yes, let's make that other edit. Wait, what other edit? Order. So it was just plural. Jesus. Okay, fixed. All right. And there you go. Now it's in version 2. So I was just too tired to see that error. Jesus. And that's why sometimes it's not the best to stream at night. Okay, let's try this again. Connect to med5 dv. Now we have all those tables. Perfect. And now I want to fix the front end. I don't love the way this looks. No, actually, this looks fine. I don't mind it. I do want to change the colors though. Wait, where's the screenshot that I have that I wanted to go by? I don't have a screenshot. Okay, cool. So let's take that screenshot. So here, all right, first of all, let's save this. I'm gonna put added new tables migration, which now I'm gonna need to do all the logic for all of those new entities. So on the back end, it's gonna be a lot of work, but that's fine. What the hell is this? Server. Actually, I want to run the Vite. Wait, they should be clashing. This should go into another port, but whatever. Just for the screenshot, and then I'll stop it. Alright, so these are the colors that I want. So I'm just gonna do the following. They need like a login button or whatever. It's not that bad though. Like the other, like it's not that far off. That's what I mean. The layout. Wait. So essentially I'm going to be using this so that Claude can update the theme and whatnot, which is very close to what this looks like, but it's not there yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna stop this. Now I'm gonna run that so you guys can see the difference from Vite to Next.js. So it's almost the same. It's just a color. I guess I could probably change it myself, but from blue to teal. Actually, let's see what this is going to do. If not, I'll just undo it. But yeah, the background. I don't like this. Wait, where was this? Do you want to make this edit to the? No. I don't like that teal or whatever it did. This was in page.tsx. From blue to cyan. B gray 50. Damn, I need to add dark mode. I will, but little by little. Let's see. Where's the tailwind config or theme? Alright, so it's not that. Theme, there you go. I don't know why people created this. Like, did they really feel the need to now have a new way of creating colors? Like, why not stick with RGB? I just don't get it. OKLCH. I just want an orange. Alright, so which one is it? This? Okay. Okay, that did not do shit. Where's the blue coming from? Alright, I'll be more specific. Hola Israel, ¿cómo estás? Llegando tarde al stream porque estoy a 2 de irme. Pero nada, aquí haciendo frontend y también backend. ¿Tú qué tal? Ya cansados. Alright, I'm gonna start creating the folder for our sources. So I'm gonna put items with the store.go. I'm gonna put orders with the store.go. Now, orders and receipts are gonna be on the same because probably they won't have that much interaction, so I'm just gonna leave those there. Wait, let's see. That's in the login page. I want to see on the main. Okay, there you go. Alright, that looks better. I mean, it's just a dashboard, but alright, I'll get rid of the background. Where's the background? Where's the card? Does the card have like a background orange? Maybe it's my eyes that I'm too tired, but anyway. That looks decent, so added initial layout. So many things to be added. Actually, in the migrations also, I forgot to add the analysis table. So now I can do 003, add analysis. Table. definitely user ID, references, users. Okay, I don't care about the user's info because I'm gonna get it from here. For every analysis, we're gonna have the user, the date, date of event, because I want to know which date did the patient get the analysis done. And this is not the same as created and updated, because this can be used as housekeeping properties. So I'll create that new date of event, or date of recording, date of capture. Date of event, date of capture. Date of capture, that's fine. Now we want to do the following. We want to create table of I'm gonna call it biomarker. Marker. So this will have its own ID. It will have a name. Again, housekeeping stuff. And then we want a relation of an analysis and a biomarker. So the relation will have its own ID, but also the analysis ID, which will be a UID. If you're creating a relationship, then should be not null. Biomarker ID, UID, not null. So we gotta put the references, analysis ID, references, biomarker ID, and housekeeping stuff. Question: should we delete the relationship if a analysis is deleted? Yeah, I guess. Delete, cascade on delete, or delete. Analysis, biomarker analysis. Goes up, yeah. Why? Oh, there you go. And drop table, analysis, biomarker, analysis biomarker. Now let's test the migration, and we have a syntax error. Let's see. Syntax error near not. Oh. User ID, I didn't put what type of data type is. UID. Okay. Error near create. Filter is a create table biomarker. Oh, coma. And there you go. We have our migration implemented. So if we go here, oh, I'm still connected. Okay. And now we have analysis, biomarker, and biomarker. Perfect. All right. So I'll probably want to fix this later. I don't like this space. If I go to the login page, why do I have all that padding? Let's see. Margin top 16. It's interesting though, there's a lot of well, I guess this is because it's centered in the middle. A little bit of margin top would be fine though. Okay, I'll make this mobile friendly. Yeah, that looks horrible. Okay, guys, I think this is me. We did a little bit of front end. We did a little bit of back end. This should be extended all the way here. But that's fine. This is just a brand new project, so there's a lot of stuff to implement right now. At least we have the auth. Now we have to have the creations and relations and whatnot. So yeah. See you guys in the next one.